Alright students, so after the category of bacteria, I'm just moving on into the category of available fungus and actinomycetes in the phylospheric region. So what are the names of those fungi which are quite dominant in phylospheric region? They are Aspergillus, Alternaria, Sarcospora and Candida, so Penicillium. These are certain common names of fungi which are quite dominant in the phylospheric region. Now, when I'm talking about actinomycetes, there is very special kind of actinomycetes which are streptomyces and actinomyces which are available. And if you are trying to understand the dynamics of microbiotas, I mean in phylospheric region, so it is being observed that in phylospheric region, flavobacteria are quite abundant in the phylospheric region. What are flavobacteria? Flavobacteria are kind of gram negative. They are motile, non-motile, rod-shaped bacteria, and have the and they are having the ability to cause diseases in fishes and in soil-borne diseases also to the plants, right? So uh, they have a ability to produce an enzyme which is glycoside hydrolase. You need to note down this enzyme, which is actually responsible for utilization of rhamnogalactourenan. I'm repeating, rhamnogalactourenan. This is a carbohydrate. So you already have studied biochemistry. So just need to understand that flavobacteria secretes this enzyme which acts on this carbohydrate, and this is associated with plants hemicellulosis. So you can understand how it can cause the damage to this particular biomolecule. Okay, so let's jump on to the next one. So all these microbiota region in phylospheric area are observing certain complex interactions. It is mainly in this phylospheric region between various microorganisms. Just now I have discussed that bacteria is also being found, fungi is also being found. So there is an interaction. Definitely, when microbes are there, there is an interaction, right? So not only microbes, instead they are also interacting with the host plant. So this complex relationship exists in the phylospheric region, and this relationship between the microbes and host, they may be parasitic, they may be commensal, they may be mutualistic, all sorts of interactions are observed, and in return host plant is providing the nutrients to those microorganisms. So this is a kind of mutualistic or symbiotic sorts of associationship. uh, Whereas phylospheric useful microorganisms, right? I mean, not only microbes are harmful, they are also helping the plants, right? So, with the help of plant hormones like cytokinins and indole acetic acid. So both kind of association is being observed. All right. So moving on to the certain biochemical reactions in the phylospheric region, um, the leaf surface, microorganisms which are present on the leaf surface, they perform the function of controlling the airborne pathogens on the surface of leaves. So, how they are means attacking those pathogens, you need to understand here. It means there is a mechanism by which these microbes are performing against those airborne pathogens, and they are basically secreting a hormone called as a particular substance. I cannot say hormone, that is a biochemical substance which is phytoalexin. Phytoalexin has been basically derived from the two words. Phyto means plant and alexin means warding off, means moving away, right? So you need to remember the name of phytoalexin, which is secreted by microorganisms to act against the airborne pathogens. All right. So jumping on to the next one. All right. So phytoalexin may be normally present in plants also, uh, and the concentration of such substance is increased in case of microbial infection. So when there is a high rise of phytoalexin, the plant can be said to be infected, because in response to that attack of the pathogen, plant secretes more of the phytoalexin. So high concentration of phytoalexin simply indicates there is an infection, right? So fungal spores also, you know that fungus growth is through spores. So fungal spores also produces a chemical substance that are quite active in inducing the production of phytoalexin, right? So it means bacteria also, fungi also, all are helping in removal of pathogens which are not good for the growth of plants. Okay, so let's move on from here to the next one. Okay, so these are some of the name of the phytoalexins. So whenever you will be answering these kind of questions, you will be remembering certain names secreted by the plants. For example, soybean, it has phytoalexin hydroxyphacilin, and then solanin by potato, then pycetin by pea. So you need to remember certain names of these phytoalexin and secreted by which kind of plant. Okay. Alright, so by this I just move on to the end of this part. In the next slide of today's class, I will be discussing about the role of microbes in agri waste management. Thank you.